Hey everyone, I'm Lauren Kidd. I am a business and success coach for the busy mompreneur. I teach moms how to start, run, and scale their online businesses while being present in their kids' lives. So let's get you clients and let's get you playing with your kiddos, okay? If you haven't already done so, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. New content comes out every Monday. If you're already a subscriber, thanks so much for being here and welcome back to today's video. Let's dive in. Today we are going to talk about how to make 10K months every month, right? Isn't that a massive goal for so many? Regular 10K months, $10,000. What? Yes, it's yours. It can happen. It absolutely can happen. It is not unrealistic. It is not one of those pipe dream things. You can absolutely make $10,000 months. It does not have to be rocket science. I will tell you that yesterday I wrote $12,000 worth of contracts and they were all signed. So I had a $12,000 day. So let's talk about how we can get you $10,000 a month, even if it's a starting point. Or you can use the same principle to scale to 15 or 20 or 30 or 50 or 70, whatever it is that's your goal. Let's start with your $10,000 months. So the first thing, we're going to talk about 8 different tips, okay? So the first thing I really want to know and what you need to get clear on is, why do you want to make $10,000 every single month? What is your driving force that's going to make you continue to stick to that $10,000 goal? What is it that's going to excite you enough to make that $10,000? Are you going to be able to pay off things? Are you going to be able to have the freedom to not have to worry about your bills? Are you going to be able to take that vacation? Are you going to be able to get that handbag that you really want? Are you going to be able to upgrade your computer stuff? Why is it that you want that $10,000? Because if you don't have a why behind your work, behind your goals, behind something, you're not going to stick to them. Plain and simple. You're just not. You're not going to stick to it. You're going to get tired. You're going to burn out and you'll be like, whatever. I'll just do it next month. We don't want that. We want you to get $10,000 every single month in your business as a minimum. You know, let's make that your new minimum wage, right? I'm not knocking minimum wage people. I'm just saying, let's make that your new minimum wage, right? So why are you going to do it? What is going to motivate you? All right, so let's dive in. What is it that's going to take to make $10,000 a month? Number one, you need to figure out what it is you sell. Be very specific. You can make $10,000 a month with a $37 product. It's not hard. You just have to sell a number of them. Or you can sell higher dollar items and sell 10,000 months quicker. Okay, so like I told you yesterday, I actually signed 2 clients. I had a $12,000 a day. Easy peasy, done and squeezy. What is it going to take for you? What are you going to sell in order to hit that $10,000 mark? That's the first step along this journey. What is it that you are going to sell? Number 2, who are you going to sell to? Who's your ideal client? You have got to know who your ideal client is. If you don't know who your ideal client is, you're not going to know how to write your content. You're not going to know what audience to get out in front of. You're just going to be throwing spaghetti at a wall. Okay? So who is your ideal client? Who are you going to sell this thing to? I work with moms. I work with service-based mompreneurs. I teach them how to start, grow, and scale. Okay, those specific people. I work with people who are ready to work, ready to dive in, ready to take action. I know my ideal person. I'm sitting here talking to you. You're listening to me. You're my ideal person. But who is yours? Because your ideal person might be different from mine. Maybe it's the same person. That's okay. There's plenty of us to go around. Who are you going to sell to? Okay, number 2. Technically number 3, because you got to know why you want to make $10,000. So number 3, who is it that you will sell to? Okay. Number 4, how much you're going to charge. Goes back to the second one. You can charge $37 and still make $10,000 a month. I've done it. I have a $15 product. Yeah, a $15 product. 100 days of content in minutes. Teaches you how to write 100 days of content in minutes. Minutes, people. Minutes. 100 days worth of content. Super simple, easy peasy. If you want that, comment section below. Check it out. It's $15. I'm not selling to you, but it's just an example. I make a good amount of money on a $15 product, and I don't have to do anything to it other than be like, hey, you want to make content creation easy? Check it out. It's $15. So how much will you charge? Again, doesn't matter, but you need to be clear on your price because that is the price that you are going to then share with the world. It's tip number 4. That's going to get you to $10,000. Number 5, how many spots of that product do you need to sell, or how many products, whatever that you need to sell, how many coaching services, how many offers do you need to sell in order to hit that $10,000 mark? So let's just say you have a $37 product, right? You need to sell 270. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes. You have to sell 270 units, if you will, of that product. I consider all my PDFs, workbooks, and courses units. It's just for me easier to remember. But I have to sell 270 if I'm selling a $37 product in order to hit that $10,000 mark. If that's the only thing I'm selling, it might not be the only thing you're selling. But let's focus on one thing, okay? How much is it going to cost? And then how many spots do you need to fill it? For my coaching, for $10,000 months, I need like 1 3/4 of a client in order to hit that goal. Okay, so know specifically how many spots you need to fill in order to make the $10,000 month happen, right? So let's also think in terms of how do you plan on committing to this goal? Are you going to show up on YouTube? Are you going to show up and offer it in Facebook Lives? Are you going to show up and offer it in your group? Are you going to show up and offer it via your email? How are you going to take that action and consistently show up in order to offer that? So these are things that you really have to think about. The $10,000 month can happen, and it does not have to be rocket science, but you have to fill in these pieces in order to know exactly what it is that you have, how much it's going to be, how many you have to sell, and how you're going to get it out there. So what is it that you're going to do? How are you going to show up consistently in order to make this happen? Okay, that's your 6th one? That's your 6th one. What is the next one? How is this going to break down? Exactly. So this is something I really love to do. How are you going to break this down per month? Are you going to sell X amount in the first part of the month, X amount in the middle of the month, X amount at the end of the month? Are you going to try to start them off strong and then nurture them along the way? I like to start all my clients at the end of the month. Odd as that sounds, I love to start my clients at the end of months. I spend the month talking to people, and then I reserve the end of the month period to onboard and to get people started and to get really into their businesses so I can dig my hands in, because for the most part, most people, and this is just me, most people at the end of their month have a lot less to do than at the beginning of their month. So for me, I'm hustling, I'm getting on calls, I'm talking to people, and I'm onboarding them at the end of the month. So how are you going to set up your month in order to make this offer happen? How is it that you are going to get your offer out there? How is it that you are going to sell your thing? And it doesn't have to be that way. You could take the first week of the month and run a masterclass around it, and then you could spend the next 3 weeks promoting it. How is it that you are going to implement all of these steps in order to make this happen, right? And the 8th tip really isn't a tip to making the 8K months, but this is something that I find truly necessary, okay? So take it with a grain of salt. It's not really the tip, so really there's 7 tips on how to make your 10K months. But to me and to my clients, this is something that we do every single time we hit a big goal, is we talk about how you're going to celebrate that big goal. So when you finally fill that group course, when you finally hit that, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 mark, how are you going to celebrate? Are you going to go out for sushi? Are you going to get yourself a really nice bottle of wine? Are you going to go to the hairdressers? Are you going to buy a new outfit? What are you going to do with, it doesn't even have to be the entirety of the sale. What are you going to do to celebrate it? And I like to say something small. I like to celebrate in some kind of small way. For me, every time I hit a major goal, I like to go to the beach with my kiddo, just my kiddo. My husband doesn't get to come. He gets to stay home and work in his rod room. For those of you who don't know, my husband builds fishing rods literally on the other side of this wall. But it's me and my kiddo, and then after the beach day, we have like a beach morning, and then we stop at our Publix, which is silly, but then we get special treats. We get like special lunch, and then we have like a picnic. That's how I love to celebrate my wins, is spending time with my kiddo, because after all, the purpose of my business is to be able to spend that one-on-one time with my kid. I don't work in order to be a slave to my computer 24/7. I work so that I can spend more time with my family. Yes, I know. I just told you that I don't invite my husband. But trust me, he loves being able to stay home and work on his ruts. So how are you going to celebrate that 10K month? Okay? How exciting is it going to be? How are you going to feel? And then what are you going to do to celebrate it? All right. I hope that you guys resonated with this. If you guys want tips on how to get your content in line, perfect, drop that is below. Guys, if you guys have been here for a while, you know that I don't edit my videos. I'm a one-take wonder. Oh, it's crazy. I know. I just don't see the value in in all of the editing and all the features. I don't know. I like you to see who I am because this is what you're going to get when you work with me. Crazy thoughts. Crazy thoughts. If you haven't already done so, don't forget to hit subscribe. We have new content every Monday. Otherwise, if you don't have any questions, you should book a specific call with me so we can line up your 10K months. By the way, strategy calls are free down below. Do that. Otherwise, I will see you guys next Monday.